Halo teman-teman, kembali lagi bersama gua Rafli di channel Rafliverse. Dan langsung saja kita akan meneruskan gameplay The Witcher. Dan di video sebelumnya teman-temanku sekalian, di gameplay The Witcher ini kita sudah mendapatkan armor baru ya teman-temanku sekalian, yaitu Raven's Armor. Dan juga kemarin kita sudah pergi ke Old Manor ya. Untuk Sweet Revenge ini teman-teman sekalian, kita harus pergi ke tempatnya Salamandra. Dan kemarin juga kita bertemu dengan Duet ya teman-teman sekalian, si Count Duet. Kita katanya dia itu bekerja sama Salamandra, dan akhirnya Geralt fight dengan Duet, terus Duet kalah lah pastinya. Dan jika Duet sudah meninggal, terus akhirnya kita juga mengetahui kalau misalnya siapa yang mengutuk si Princess Ada teman-teman sekalian, namanya itu si Ostrid kalau nggak salah, karena yang kita ambil dari sarkofagus yang ada di Striga Slayer itu mana ya, diary-nya di siapa ya, masih ada nggak? Kok nggak ada ya? Coba gue cari sebentar ya teman-teman sekalian. Nah ini dia, Ostrid Journal teman-teman sekalian. Dia cemburu kan sama si King Voltes, karena si Ostrid ini suka sama kakaknya King Voltes teman-teman sekalian. Gak usah dijelasin lagi yang itu. Dan sekarang gue udah ada di katakum di Old Manor teman-temanku sekalian. Sekarang kita hanya perlu masuk ke sana untuk melawan Azar Javed mungkin, karena kita sudah 2 kali ketemu dia, tapi kita ngelawan puppetnya lagi. Yang pertama si White Rayla teman-teman sekalian, dia jadi mutant. Dan yang kedua itu kepiting raksasa ya. Ya sudah, kita langsung masuk aja ya. Oke, here we go. Buka barsnya. Oke. Perasaan gue gak enak deh. Oke. Nah, kaget gue. Azar Javed. Ini dia.
How irritating. You just cut up my koshche, the result of much labor. Now to resolve this matter through more traditional means.
I can't wait.
My, how threatening that sounded. I warned you, pissing up wind leads to disaster.
You talk too much. Scared?
This time you pissed in a tornado. Kill him.
Waduh. Ternyata dia nyuruh orang lagi dong. Dia nyuruh siapa kill him? Oh. Pantesan. Ngeri juga nih ngelawannya. Oke. One to go. Itu di atas ada apa itu? Semacam naga ya. Oke. This is it. We're gonna fight.
Your turn, Javed.
Azar
I
Javed.
learned long ago only to rely on myself. Before I kill you, you must know. Triss Marigold is being dragged to the laboratories as we speak. Torture will follow. Everyone breaks sooner or later. It's merely a question of time. What say you, Witcher? Still the indifferent tough guy?
You're bluffing. You send assassins after me, conjure up beautiful words, threaten to kill me. But you're scared to death and simply postponing the inevitable.
Azar Bintala.
Oke, dia kayaknya cast spell ya. Berengar?
Berengar?
I was afraid I'd be late. Can you use a hand?
For a second there I wasn't sure if... I'm surprised to see you.
I needed to think.
Coward, you know the punishment you face. You can evade it by slaying Geralt of Rivia. You may earn my mercy.
Your threats don't impress me anymore. Prepare, sorcerer. I've come here for you.
India. Let's go, Berengar.
We'll meet again, White Wolf.
Berengar made his decision. He knew where Javed was hiding. He also knew I'd find the sorcerer sooner or later. He knew that facing Javed alone was suicide for either of us.
Oke. Oh, belum kayak apa-apaan. Oke, senjatanya Azar Javed ternyata beda ya. Udah langsung kena blinding aja gua. Woi, Berengar. Kayaknya gua harus dari jauh deh, guys.
I'll tear you to pieces.
Itu Berengar? Berengar? Oh no. Don't say it, Berengar. Kenapa gue pakai monster? Gue dikejar. Berengar meninggal, guys. Oh my. Oh, harusnya gue pakai art dulu ya. Oke. Waduh. Susah memang lawan Azar Javed. Oke, udah dulu, nanti gua kena blinding lagi. Sini ajar. Hebat ternyata Azar Javed ya. Ayo Geralt, kabur dulu.
Tricks are for naught.
Oke, he's dead already. Dan ini ada apa nih? Blizzard kita ambil aja. Willow, Greater Brothers. Oke. Berengar. Berengar is dead, guys. Berengar. Dan kita harus nyari apa ini? Kita harus cari-cari kan? I must search this laboratory thoroughly. Oke. Cuman itu doang. Berengar, no. Ini memang ceritanya atau gimana ya? I'm sorry, Berengar. Kita harus kemana? Kita harus ke atas sana mungkin. Ayo, let's go. Ah, Berengar meninggal beneran kali ini. Mirror untuk apa? Kita nggak bisa kemana-mana. Mungkin kita harus ke mirror mungkin. Coba ya. Gue kira Berengar cuma kena stun gitu loh. Gue udah tiduran aja dari tadi. Nggak taunya beneran dong. Nggak bisa, guys. Oh, bisa. Di cutscene.
Javed, can you hear me? What's going on? How are the experiments progressing? I urgently need those mutated knights of the Order in Vizima.
Siapa itu?
And send me more failed ones. At this stage, I can afford no
GrandMaster.
delays. Respond.
Javed's dead.
Witcher Geralt.
Expect to see me, GrandMaster. Soon.
Oke. Sepertinya final fight kita akan melawan GrandMaster, teman-temanku sekalian. Ternyata dia dalang dibalik Salamandra ya. Astaga. Semuanya semakin jelas makin kesini ya. Kita harus ngobrol juga makin Voltes ini kalau ketemu. Triss!
Geralt, you're here.
Are you all right?
I told you I could handle them. What happened below?
I'll tell you later.
Geralt,
The leader of Salamandra is
itu dia.
dead.
great. Learn anything about who's behind Salamandra?
Yes, the Order of the Flaming Rose.
Itu dia.
Oh, lords. But that means
Exactly. We need to return to Vizima and inform the king.
I saw a boat at the dock. Let's meet there.
Good.
Oke. Kita harus ke boat. Boat yang ada di mana? Oke, ini dia. Kita akhirnya mengambil kembali ya sesuatu dari Kaer Morhen, teman-teman sekalian, yang dicuri sama Salamandra di part pertama ya. Oke. Kita harus ke boat ya. Hah, di sini. Coba yuk kita kesana. Oke, ini dia teman-teman sekalian. Mungkin ini boatnya. Itu ada Triss sama 2 Temerian soldier lagi lari-lari. Triss,
Geralt,
ready to cross?
What do you know about the GrandMaster?
he's very charismatic, with a talent for magic of the wild kind.
Oh,
Wild?
what?
Like a source, he uses the power intuitively, He had no mentor and attended no magic academies. I checked. He probably tamed the power through tremendous discipline, typical of religious sectarians.
How powerful is he?
Hard to say. He shields himself well.
Oh. Oke. Saatnya kita
Geralt.
nyebrang ya.
Ready to cross?
Yes, you?
Grab the... apa nih?
Grab the oars.
Oars itu apaan? Oke, loading. Ini dah, Temple Quarter. Kita kembali ke Temple Quarter, teman-temanku sekalian. Sudah lama kita ke Temple Quarter. Semenjak chapter 2 ya. Oke. Epilog, teman-temanku sekalian. Ini dia. Kenapa gue deg-degan ya?
Sire, victory. Despite heavy losses, we now control the trade quarter.
Excellent. What news from De Wet?
He's dead, cut down by that godless butcher, the Witcher.
Useless De Wet. Have the town criers informed the people Ada has become a Strigger?
Yes, but the Witcher found the beast.
Geralt of Rivia. Only he stands between me and... We must fan the flames of chaos. Release more of our experiments, and let the elves wreak havoc.
GrandMaster, I must protest. As a nobleman and representative of...
Enough. Give the people more food, and tell them any God-fearing human can find shelter at the castle of the Order of the Flaming Rose. Adalbert, I thank you for your loyal service. Take him away. A new era dawns. An era of superhumans. None will stop me. I appoint you my new adjutant. Know your assignment?
Kill the Witcher.
Then go.
Oh itu, mutant ya teman-teman sekalian. Buatan GrandMaster.
Geralt, you
Dandelion?
arrived at a moment that should be called nothing short of historic.
Dandelion, I'm glad you're alive too, but I have important matters.
More important than a Temerian-Redanian alliance with far-reaching consequences?
Stop being dramatic and tell me what's happening.
Allow me some common courtesy. Triss, my joy at this meeting.
Triss, tell this clown to get to the point.
So what's this historic moment, Dandelion?
With the kingdom in flames, Foltest struck a deal with his neighbors.
Doubtless with that ambitious pup Radovid of Redania. Geralt, Foltest should learn of the Grandmaster's betrayal. We need to talk to the king.
Itu dia. Mana kingnya? The Ash of Vizima. Oke. King. Nah, masalahnya kingnya di mana, guys? Itu dia. Oh, king aja di ini. Dan Temple Quarter-nya hilang lagi dong mapnya. Oke. Itu udah apa rame-rame?
Yes.
Welcome, Witcher.
Itu king ya?
Sire,
Saya?
We have several things to discuss.
of course.
Stop deliberating,
ada
son.
King
We need to
Radovid
put
juga.
out the fire in this whorehouse. You'll get the princess's hand, and if life has taught me anything, half the kingdom as soon as I'm gone. As for de Aldersberg, we need to be rid of him. The Witcher will slay him.
What?
Relax, we'll pay you as much as you want.
I'm a witcher, not a hit. All right, 10,000.
10,000.
Isn't that a bit much?
Come on, Foltest, the kingdom's worth a lot more than that.
Yes, I suppose the boy's right. But you shall take home 8,000.
It's a deal.
Oke.
So, we're all agreed. Radovid, your armies must subdue the Order in Redania and in the north of my lands.
My armies will embark on a mission of fraternal assistance.
I don't want any fucking fraternal assistance. The phrase rubs me the wrong way. You are to smash the Knights of the Order and withdraw.
Relax, Foltest. My children will rule this land. I don't intend to destroy it.
Forgive me, your majesties, but I feel it's time I...
One more thing, Witcher.
Yes?
So, let's talk politics. And don't you dare mention neutrality. Judging by your company, you're already involved, possibly up to your nose.
Sire, your wish is my command.
To the average pleb in the street, the Order is fighting my armies, but make no mistake. This is a confrontation between me and the GrandMaster, that ambitious fanatic.
Directed all of Salamandra's actions and intentionally provoked the uprising.
What do you mean?
I thought you'd be interested, sire.
Very interested. The son of a bitch is attacking me with steel, poison, and magic.
It is time for you to choose your allies. and you must choose well, sire.
I see our sweet sorceress has already begun indoctrinating you.
I believe it's time we finalized our agreement, sire. I will counsel and support you with wise words and magic.
And with that of your esteemed female friends? Indeed you may. But don't forget, Marigold, I rule this bordello. Don't turn into Philippa. You're too pretty for that.
King, sorceress, and witcher united against evil. Worthy of a painting. But all will be lost if we delay any longer. Sire, one other matter.
Witcher?
How is Ada feeling?
Much better than she was as a Strigger, yet she won't be herself again for some time. Witcher, how can I thank you?
I'm glad Ada is alive and well. Can you ensure that the Witcher's friends will be the same, sire?
Yes, that's something I can promise. Witcher, I wish to know who was behind all this.
DeWitt transformed the princess.
How so?
He wanted to gain influence with your enemies.
The bastard! If I could get my hands on him.
Those responsible assumed your position would be undermined if the princess wreaked havoc as a Strigger. DeWitt has been punished.
I'm glad to hear it. Now go. Vizima is burning, fighting rages. You won't have an easy time of it.
Okay.
People see witchers as monster slayers. Rightly so. Few know we draw greater satisfaction from removing a curse or a spell. Swords are a final resort. As long as there was a chance I could save the princess, I had to try.
We had to try.
It was worth it.
Making red of it ya. Mereka berdua menikah. Congratulations. Okay. Now back to business.
Duty calls.
Okay. Must reach. Oke. Kita harus pergi kemana itu? Alright, kita lurus aja katanya. Let's go. Teman-temanku sekalian. Ada dandelion lagi dong.
Then bold Foltest uttered these words. Virtuous Radovid.
What the hell is that?
I'm trying to keep a faithful and accurate record of these events.
He said, "Stop deliberating, son. We need to put out the fire in this whorehouse."
Geralt, you have no sense of poetry. There's the truth of time and the truth of legend.
You'll never change.
The pen is mightier than the sword, and you'll never change either. Off to save the world again when nobody's asked you.
Oh ini nih, kita bisa store sama si dandelion. Kita akan bawa apa yang kita bisa bawa? Aduh, gue untuk buat potion harus ini nih. Ini gue bawa ini deh. Untuk buat potion soalnya teman-teman sekalian, base alkohol. Ini apa? Ah, ini dia. Nih high quality apa tuh? Strong kan? Oke. Potion base. Alright. I think that is teman-temanku sekalian. Kita semua udah ready sama potion-potion kita. Thank you, dandelion. Tadi kayaknya kita bisa ngobrol deh.
Forgive me, but I must fulfill my chronicler's duty.
I need to finish something.
I understand. Good luck.
Thank you, dandelion. Let's go guys. Kita harus ke tempatnya GrandMaster ya. Let's go. Oke, ini dia. GrandMaster sepertinya itu. Oh,
Move, Geralt. I don't want to
Siegfried.
fight.
Then don't force me.
Stand aside. I have my orders. We must save this kingdom.
You then leave the civilian alone or fight the...
Then leave the civilians alone and fight the real enemy.
Itu dia.
True. We must fight the real enemy. Those elven rejects. Boys, form up.
And the civilians?
They better leave. People, flee this place. Your king may provide shelter in these terrible times.
Leave if you value your lives.
Dah. Oke. Gue harus kemana ini guys? Gue harus kesini ya? Gak bisa. Sebenarnya gue harus nyari jalan memutar. Ada refugee. Kita harus lewat mana ini? Semua jalannya di blok.
Come inside, it's safer.
Oh, thank you.
You're right.
Oke, kita harus masuk ke sini. Kita bisa masuk ke tempatnya si refugee ini, teman-temanku sekalian. Dia baik hati sekali. Ada Trish juga. Coba kita ngobrol sama Trish.
We need
Trish.
to hurry, Geralt.
This place has a strange effect on me.
Oke, we must hurry ya. Ada Vivaldi. Hey.
Greetings.
Prospering dwarf?
War can be profitable, if not for the king's taxes the plague take them.
How did you get here?
Don't you see? Knights, soldiers, and scoia'tael run through the streets, cutting down who they can. I am a traitor to all of them.
I see.
And all their heads are filled with prophecies, destinies, strange signs, and other nonsense. No one to talk to.
Sorry to hear that, but I need to go. Farewell.
Farewell, Golan. Itu refugee yang tadi. Terima kasih, ada Vaska juga teman-teman sekalian di sini. Novisnen. Ini Resolute Girl yang ada di apa namanya, Murky Waters, bukan teman-teman sekalian? Coba gue ngobrol sama refugee sebentar.
Greetings. Others stricken by war have sought shelter here.
We won't stay long. We need to get to the monastery.
Itu dia.
So you're among those who have chosen to trust the eternal fire. There's no sense in going out in the street again. You'll perish.
Is there another route?
Try the door in the cellar.
Where does it lead?
To other cellars. And an exit eventually, I assume. But I cannot guarantee it is safe.
We'll risk it.
The key should be somewhere in this house.
Oh, kita harus naruh kuncinya dong. Kuncinya di mana? Buset, gue harus nyari sendiri dong. Vaska.
The squirrels and the order. Those dry ones disturb our swamp.
Between a rock and a hard place, huh?
I had a dream, white-haired one. Your destiny will be fulfilled. I come to tell you. Mistake not the stars with their reflection in a pond's surface.
I'll remember that.
I remember that. To the noon.
Greetings, Witcher.
Greetings.
I'm afraid. The time for contempt has come, just as prophesied.
What do you have in mind?
Know Ithleen's prophecy?
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
The war with Nilfgaard proved it. For Ithleen foretold the blood of Ensaid, of elves, would drench the land. People thought the age of the sword and axe, the age of the wolf's blizzard had arrived. Know the rest?
Not sure.
Then listen. The time of white frost and white light approaches. The time of madness and disdain. Ted Dayred, the end of ages. The world will perish in frost.
Enough pessimism.
The prophecy has now begun.
Depends on us.
Farewell. May Melitele protect you.
I don't care about prophecies. I care about the lives of ordinary people.
I know you care about people. I saw Carmen happy with the captain of the guards.
Oh, really?
You know they got married?
Nice to hear.
Carmen endured a lot. She lived in the outskirts. Her father was a priest of the eternal fire, a damnable man of religion. When Carmen got pregnant, he cast her out. She went to Vizima. You know how that ended.
I didn't know.
Carmen sama Vincent Mace menikah, teman-temanku sekalian. Wow. Congratulations Carmen, Vincent. Ada Hermit juga di sini. Coba gue ngobrol sama bocil ini.
Julian left for Kovir. I know all.
Oh, Julian udah pergi ke Kovir.
You here?
On an important mission for the king.
Praiseworthy. I too wish to offer Foltest my services as an advisor in these difficult times. Sadly, I could not get through burning Vizima.
I need to get to the monastery.
I have learned much about a phenomenon of interest to you. The Wild Hunt.
The Wild Hunt?
Tell me.
In folk culture, the king of the Wild Hunt embodies death. He is the one who takes away souls. He is oft considered as the tool of destiny.
Destiny.
The Wild Hunt is an omen of war and tragedy. It has oft been seen recently near Vizima. Beware.
I must go. Farewell.
Farewell, Hermit. Oke, udah gak ada siapa-siapa lagi kan? Itu Vaska. Dan kita harus mencari kuncinya, teman-temanku sekalian. Ini ada potion base. Gue akan bawa aja. Ada di mana dong? Oke, sebentar teman-teman sekalian. Gue akan buat beberapa potion Gue akan buat apa ya, swallow aja. Alchemy, swallow bisa nggak? Oh bisa teman-teman sekalian. Gue akan buat. Oke, selesai. Gue harus meditate untuk menyiapkan potion ya. Alright, that's it. Sudah selesai. Dan swallow, mana swallow tadi? Swallow hasil kita mana? Hehehe. Oh ini dia. Ada 5. Kita taruh sini aja. Ini penting sih teman-teman sekalian. Kita harus ke bawah mungkin. Ada trees juga. Oh. Wah. Ini kan yang kita ketemu di cemetery teman-teman sekalian.
Witcher! Good to see you.
I see war is to your liking, Vitala.
I no longer need to hide in the cemetery. It's safer here. I come out at night, find food in the streets. Can't complain.
The inhabitants of this home have no objection?
They fear me. The little brat comes alone, talks without end.
I must go. Farewell.
Farewell. Oke, sepertinya
I can't open this door without a key.
Key-nya di mana? Apakah di sini? Oh, ini dia. Ada formula juga, ada ini udah kita baca. Alcoholis. Oke dah. Let's go, Trish. Itu dia. Saving. Wow. Oke, let's go Trish. Kan udah selesai fighting ya. Oke. Ternyata kita kita keluar di tempat yang berbeda teman-temanku sekalian. Dan ada madman di sini.
Go away.
There were monsters in the cellar.
I'll die anyway. They'll find me. They'll get me.
Calm down. How do we get out?
Through the window.
Thanks.
Oh, kita lihat jendela. Hehe. Oke, ada cutscene teman-temanku sekalian.
So you live.
Yevin.
The sight of you sickens me.
I'm in no mood for riddles.
Teruviel is dead. I know enough to blame you for her death. You certainly played a part.
Astaga, Yevin. Misalnya rasanya ketika masih bilang. Apanya sih? The lovers. Oke. Kita yang mana ya?
Open your eyes, Yevon. Your beloved war killed her. Stop drowning the world in blood. Try building for a change.
Humans, elves, dwarves, we all hate. We all kill. This cannot go on. Vafail, wolf.
Vafail. Okay. Time to move on, but I sense a fight lies ahead. Okay. Sepertinya akan ada fight. Okay. Trish, be ready, Trish. Salah pedang. Okay. Okay. The cutscene, guys.
We'll have to get dirty. The only way to the monastery leads through the sewers.
The Order doesn't guard it?
Not since a Zoogle made its nest there. A big one.
It's had a lot of fresh meat. I hope it hasn't had time to procreate.
I doubt it found a mate.
Zoogles don't need mates. They're hermaphrodites.
Oke, kita harus lewat sewer katanya. Lewat sewer lewat mana? Trish, kamu gak ngasih kita harus lihat mana, Trish? Lihat sini kah? Lock. Wait guys. Oh. Sepertinya dia di sini. Di sini sepertinya. Nah, ini dia. Saving. Di bawah mungkin. Coba kita cek bawah ya. Oh iya, Zugel nest. Zugel itu apa deh? Oke, kita sudah sampai di nestnya. Oke, ada cutscene ternyata.
It's somewhere in the sewers. Any advice?
Don't get eaten.
I'm serious.
Stay out of range of its tentacles. Zugels harbor all kinds of contagion. If you have any spells against infection...
I should have. Let's go.
Oh, ternyata kita harus melawan makhluk ini ya teman-teman sekalian. Zugel atau apalah itu namanya. Kita buka mapnya. Oke. Sepertinya kita harus ke sini. Oke. Ini dia. Oke. Nah, ternyata beneran ada dong. Katanya ada tentakel, berarti kayak semacam gurita ya teman-teman sekalian. Atau cumi. Oke. Gear lagi ngeliatin. Wow. Oke. Sepertinya alright. Gurita ternyata. Be ready, Trish. Oke. Oke, got one. Mana ini? Tuh. Oke, dia nyembunyi lagi. Oke, dia udah keluar. Sini. Nyemplung lagi dong dia. Nah, gini. Ini dia. Dia sembunyi lagi. Oke. Itu dia. Serang kerok. Oke, dia nyemplung lagi dong. Oke. Is that? Selesai? Dan nggak ada apa-apa dong. Nggak ada remains atau apapun. Trish mana, Trish? Oh, itu dia. Kita harus kemana? On the cloister, teman-temanku sekalian. Itu ada di mana? Ada di... mungkin ke situ ya. Coba ke sana ya. Dan baiklah teman-temanku sekalian, untuk gameplay The Witcher sampai sini dahulu. Jadi di next video kita hanya perlu pergi ke depan sana, teman-temanku sekalian. Itu akan menuju ke cloisternya. Dan gue takutnya gue keluar dari sini terus ada cutscene, teman-temanku sekalian. karena gue udah record 30 menit lebih, takutnya waktunya nggak cukup teman-temanku sekalian. Jadi terima kasih banyak buat kalian semua yang video kali ini. Respect and keep exploring our universe. Goodbye.